This is Perk with Just Win Canes. Welcome back to the Canes Cave. Today's video is brought to you by the Clock Tower in Greenville, South Carolina. Looking for a place to watch the Canes, football, basketball, Miami Heat? The Clock Tower is a place to be. Cold beer, great wings, good service, and even karaoke. The Clock Tower. Now, the big question as we end the end of the season, especially since we're not going to make bowl contention, at least I don't think so, unless we get some miracle. How many guys are going to hit the portal? Are we going to see guys disappear come December and maybe even beginning of next year? Absolutely. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Now, depending on who you ask, who you talk to, and I watch a lot of different YouTubers and podcasts about the Canes, you hear anything from 18, 20 to 35. I tend to agree with the higher end. I'm going to guess probably 20 to 25 players minimum are going to hit the portal. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I think that's going to happen. 1, coaching. Now, you got guys that have been on this team since not just Manny Diaz, but going back to Mark Richt. Mark Richt, a little bit more of a fatherly figure, a little more laid back. Manny Diaz, during his regime, from what I've heard, very loose, trying to be everybody's friend, trying to be everybody's buddy. And now we get Cristobal that comes in, and he's a strict disciplinarian. 0 tolerance for breaking team rules, breaking curfew, takes away the turnover chain, no video consoles, Xboxes, what have you, night before games. Serious guy. Practice, from what they were used to before, 0 to 100. I think a lot of those guys are like, I'm out of here. This is not what I signed up for. And they are going to hit the portal. And to piggyback off of that, reason number 2, no genuine buy-in. So those reasons, probably disappointment in the season, probably looking to hit that portal come December. 3, their talent level does not fit. We've heard Cristobal talk about guys that aren't making the effort, guys that aren't the snuff. We're going to have to find somewhere else to play. And I think with the standard that Cristobal and this coaching staff are trying to set in this rebuild, a lot of guys are going to see that their talent level is not there. I'm not going to call any names, guys that, let's say, aren't wrapping up on tackles, guys that are constantly fumbling, guys that are getting beat on the deep ball, safety corners. Not going to be here come next year. It is what it is. Number 4, they're going to realize with the new commits that they're going to be low on the depth chart. There's a lot of good talent coming in, and believe me, as soon as December hits, the staff is going to be hitting the road and recruiting hard. And we know Cristobal is a great recruiter, plus pulling guys from the portal. We're going to get some guys that are dogs in here, the guys that want to fight, the guys that want to play, that not giving up on plays, and some real talent and buy-in on this team. And the guys that are on the current roster who haven't left, by the time those players come in, they're going to realize that they're not going to get any playing time. They're probably going to want to get some tape, especially the guys that are upperclassmen, get some tape if they're going to make the NFL. And that's not going to happen if they don't see the field. And number 5, the 5th reason why I think there's going to be a mass exodus is guys just don't want to be part of a rebuild. I think a lot of the fans thought this is going to be a turnkey kind of thing. Cristobal come in with his staff, and boom, we're automatically 8, 9, 10 wins. And that didn't happen, obviously. And I thought, I think a lot of the players, maybe didn't understand that this is a true rebuild. And we can see that they are let down by the product we have on the field right now. So look for a bunch of guys that hit the portal. Look for a slight improvement next year in our record, but I wouldn't expect it to jump to 10, 11 wins, but I'd like to see some improvement. But I think this is going to be, as I said many times, a 5-year plan to competing for a natty, taking the ACC at the very least. But competing for a natty, being in the playoffs and actually being in the conversation for a national championship is going to take 5 years. Now, this is Georgia Tech week, and what are our chances of winning this weekend? Not terrible. I mean, listen, we're coming off a loss. We're really going to see what some of these guys are made of. They really, really want to win, or they've given up on the season, right? But let's look at the Georgia Tech stats. 17.4 points a game. 17.4 points a game is what they're averaging. Not great, okay? 185 passing yards. They're averaging 4 interceptions per game. They got 60 yards in penalties against them this season. And they've been sacked 33 times. Quarterback's been sacked 33 times. So what that tells me is, A, they're not going to probably hang a bunch of points on us, if the defense plays the way they played against Virginia. And if those guys on D come to play hard, compete, I think it'll be a low-scoring game on their end. And I don't think we're going to shut them out of the end zone like we did against Virginia, but I don't think they're going to go above their average. Okay. Now, question is offense. First of all, QB1 is my prediction. Ja'Cory Brown. The way he played in the fourth quarter against FSU, he was playing like he wanted to be the starter. He's got talent, maybe not quite as accurate. He doesn't have the pass accuracy that TVD has, but he can throw a good ball. Josh Gaddis offense, I think, throwing underneath, throwing towards the sticks, we can march down the field. And maybe if we start a few people that have not got playing time, it's not going to ruin their eligibility, of course. I think we can actually rush the ball a little bit, and I think we're going to get in the end zone. Okay, Borregales is going to do his thing. Headley had one bad punt last weekend, but he's been solid. I think we can play a good field position game. Not going to be a high-scoring game, but I think we can win. And my prediction of score is 13-16 Canes. Been wrong before, but I have a medium level of confidence that we can win this game. Listen, the season's a wash. It's a rebuild year, a total rebuild year. We're tearing this thing down to the rafters, but despite that, I think we do have some guys that want to play. Mallory is healthy again. Restrepo, he's on a snap count, at least it was last week, but he's going to be playing. And I think that Ja'Cory Brown can give us a spark and give those guys, a chance at getting a little win underneath them, and maybe we can get a little bit of momentum going into Clemson. Well, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. Just Win Canes. See you soon. We'll go for the big win on Saturday. Go Canes. Canes by 90.